Right now, your cat might be deceiving you. Unlike dogs who whine for help, cats are biologically hardwired to mask their pain. In the wild, showing weakness makes them prey, so they suffer in silence. By the time a cat actually looks sick, the damage is often catastrophic. Today, we expose the 7 subtle signs of silent suffering that 90% of owners miss, including one specific behavior, often mistaken for a bad mood. If you want to be your cat's guardian, hit subscribe now. Let's decode the silence. Number 1 involves a dangerous misconception regarding sound. We start with the most confusing myth in the feline world, the idea that a purring cat is always a happy cat. We are taught from childhood that the motor-like sound coming from a cat is the universal sign of joy. But veterinary science tells a much darker story. Yes, cats purr when they are content, but they also purr when they are terrified, severely injured, and even when they are dying. Research shows the frequency of a domestic cat's purr falls between 25 and 150 hertz. This is a therapeutic frequency. Scientists have found that sound vibrations in this specific range can actually improve bone density and promote the healing of soft tissues. When a cat is in pain, they purr to self-soothe. They are literally using their own body as a vibrational therapy device to try and fix what is broken inside. You must look at the context. A happy purr happens when they are needing a blanket or anticipating food. Their body is loose. A pain purr is solitary. If your cat is hiding in a closet, refusing to eat, or lying in a tense position, but they are purring loudly, this is a massive red flag. They are saying, I am trying to hold myself together. If you see a cat purring while acting lethargic, do not pet them. Call the vet immediately. Number 2 is revealed in their posture. You are likely familiar with the loaf position, where a cat tucks their paws under their chest. It looks cute, but there's a version of this that signals severe abdominal distress called the guarding posture. Distinguishing between a relaxed loaf and a pain-induced crouch requires a sharp eye. Pause this video for a second. Look at your cat right now. If they are sleeping, are they long and loose, or are they tight and hunched? That shape tells you everything. In a relaxed loaf, the cat's body is long, the head is upright, and muscles feel soft. In a guarding posture, the geometry changes. The cat is hunched. Their spine is arched upward in a convex curve. Their head is lowered, hanging below the shoulder blades. Their elbows are pressed tightly against the chest wall. This is a protective reflex. If a cat is suffering from pancreatitis or kidney stones, they adopt this position to keep their belly from touching the floor. They are splinting their abdomen to protect painful organs. If you gently run your hand down their spine and they flinch or ripple their skin, they are guarding their belly. They are not resting. They are suffering. Number 3 requires you to look at their face. Pain changes the actual geometry of your cat's expression. This is a scientifically validated tool used by emergency veterinarians called the Feline Grimace Scale. To use this at home, look at 3 zones: the ears, the eyes, and the muzzle. A pain-free cat holds their ears upright. As pain increases, the ears rotate outward and flatten. If your cat has airplane ears pointing to the sides with no loud noise nearby, this is a sign of distress. Next, look at the eyes. A relaxed cat has round, open eyes. A cat in pain will squint. Their eyelids are partially closed because muscles around the eyes are tensing. Finally, look at the whiskers. When relaxed, whiskers are loose. When in pain, the cheek muscles tense, causing whiskers to bunch together and move forward. It creates a spiky look. If you see flattened ears, squinted eyes, and bunched whiskers, they score high on the Grimace scale. This often indicates acute pain like a urinary blockage. Their face has already told you everything. While the face reveals a lot, the sign coming up at number 7 involves a part of the eye that connects directly to the brain's danger center. It is the most terrifying sign of all, so stay with me. Number 4 is the silent epidemic of dental disease. Studies show nearly 70% of cats have periodontal disease by age 3. Yet, cats rarely stop eating until the pain is excruciating, because the survival drive to not starve is stronger. However, the way they eat changes. You need to become a detective. Watch for the food drop. This happens when a cat approaches the bowl hungrily, but after one bite, they drop the food and back away. They might hiss at it. Owners often mistake this for being picky. In reality, that first bite hit a sensitive lesion, sending a shockwave of pain through their jaw. Also, look for unilateral chewing. If your cat awkwardly tilts their head while eating, they are shifting food to the side that doesn't hurt. Another red flag is swallowing whole. If your cat used to crunch dry food but now inhales it without chewing, they are bypassing painful teeth. This leads to vomiting undigested food. If your cat has bad breath combined with messy eating, check their teeth. A resorptive lesion, where the tooth dissolves, is agonizing and requires surgery. Number 5 is often heartbreaking because owners misunderstand it as aggression. Have you ever been petting your cat when suddenly they turn and bite you? Or you touch their lower back and their skin ripples? We label these cats as moody, but aggression in cats is almost never about spite. It is about protection. This is often a symptom of feline hyperesthesia syndrome or severe osteoarthritis. In hyperesthesia, nerves along the spine become hypersensitive. A gentle stroke feels like an electric shock. Similarly, with arthritis, the hips are inflamed. When you stroke their back, you apply pressure to inflamed joints. The bite is a reflex. They are saying stop because it hurts. Watch what happens after you touch them. If your cat aggressively grooms the spot you just touched, they are trying to soothe the sensation. If your sweet cat becomes a biter or hates being picked up, their pain threshold has been breached. They need pain management, not discipline. Number 6 is the most pervasive myth, the idea that slowing down is natural for older cats. We see a 12-year-old cat sleeping all day and say he is just an old man. Let me be clear, age is not a disease, pain is. Arthritis affects 90% of cats over age 12. That means 9 out of 10 senior cats are walking with degrading joints. But because cats are quadrupeds, they redistribute weight and almost never limp until the leg is broken. Instead of limping, they hesitate. This is the silent killer of mobility. Watch your cat navigate the vertical world. Do they jump on the counter in one fluid motion? Or do they use a chair as a step? Do they look up at the sofa, crouch, but then stop and walk away? That hesitation is a calculation of pain. They are asking if the reward is worth the pain of landing. If the answer is no, they stay on the floor. This also explains accidents outside the litter box. If a box has high sides, entering it requires twisting the spine. If that hurts, they choose the bathroom rug. If your older cat stops jumping, ask your vet about modern pain medications. You can turn back the clock once the pain is gone. Number 7 takes us deep into the nervous system. It requires you to look your cat in the eyes. The pupils are controlled by the autonomic nervous system. Normally, pupils constrict in bright light. However, when an animal is in significant pain or shock, the body releases a massive surge of adrenaline. This fight or flight response forces pupils to dilate wide open, even in a brightly lit room. If you are standing in a sunny kitchen and your cat is cowering with eyes like giant black saucers, something is critically wrong. This wide-eyed look is terror or trauma. It can be a sign of acute glaucoma, causing a migraine-like headache, or severe hypertension, which can lead to blindness. It could also be toxicity. If you see the unblinking stare with dilated pupils that do not shrink in light, this is a medical emergency. It is your cat's brain screaming that their system is overwhelmed. Your cat relies on you to be their interpreter. They cannot speak our language. They cannot point to their stomach and say it hurts. They are screaming at you every day through their behavior. The shift in routine, the hesitation to jump, the change in purr, and the geometry of their face, these are their words. You are the center of their world and their only line of defense. By learning these signs, you are no longer just an owner. You are a guardian. Do not wait for the scream. Listen to the whisper. Listen to the